MCA is all about starting that dialogue, creating that community outreach, creating those relationships, building those bridges. And tonight we will highlight 4 of MCA's programs, with program participants sharing their experiences with us. We're going to start with the Seminary Interfaith Retreat. When serving on the National NCCJ board, Rabbi Ralph Mecklenburger, who is here tonight, learned of this program, and it was being offered in the Northeast, but not in North Texas. Well, he brought that program to our community in 1987. The retreat offers a place where seminary students learn about the faith traditions of others while overcoming fears and prejudices about other religions. Sharing his experience with us tonight, will you please welcome the Reverend Charles Robinson.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. Let me first say that I'm grateful to Cheryl Kimberling and the board for this invitation. It's an honor to stand and talk to you about my life-changing experience at the Seminary Interfaith Retreat. During the week of the Seminary Interfaith Retreat, all types of learning occurred. All types of relationships were built. Some of the most significant that I remember were the relationship that I built with a few friends who before this experience I probably wouldn't call friends, even though I might have known them or gotten to know them better. But the way we shared in intimate space and sacred space, what I would even call holy space, allows me the opportunity now to call those in which I shared at this experience friends. Let me begin by saying in the fall semester of 2014, I received an email and then a call from one of my professors at Perkins School of Theology on the campus of Southern Methodist University. My Methodist history professor emailed me and emailed the dean suggesting that I participate in this seminary interfaith retreat. And I wondered to myself, why out of all these students did he put my name in the email? And so when I saw him, of course, I asked him. And he says, Charles, I see that you have a heart for compassion. I see that you're doing work in Fort Worth towards compassion and towards love and towards faithfulness. So I think this experience would be great for you. And so in my ignorance, I said yes. I didn't know that it would be life-changing. I didn't know that I would come back with a changed heart, almost as if I had left the country and come back. I didn't know that I would have stories to share with my 3 daughters. I didn't know that my wife and I would stay up late talking about the experiences there that I had at the Interfaith Retreat. But needless to say, it happened, and by God, I'm grateful that it did. In this experience, I guess there are 3 things that I would say that we really focused on. In this interfaith retreat, we focused on cooperating and collaborating with others for the common good of the whole society. People who may didn't speak like us or didn't look like us, who prayed differently than us, who worshiped differently than us. We all found common ground here in that sacred space. We were able to dialogue about our commitments and our faith and how we loved our God and loved our people. And we even found out that we loved each other. Regardless to our differences, regardless to how we looked at each other, regardless to our history and how we were taught, we found out that Christians aren't so bad. Go figure. Muslims aren't so bad. Jews, they're okay. No, I'm just kidding. They're great. We found out ultimately that love transcends all. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. In a few weeks, my wife and I will be traveling to South Africa and hopefully to share in some significant conversation around post-apartheid and some xenophobia issues, and hopefully to have conversations with the Archbishop there of the Anglican Church, Desmond Tutu. And I just want to share a quote from him from a book we're reading entitled God Has a Dream. This really sums up the entire time that we spent at the retreat. In that book, he says, "A person is a person because she or he recognizes others as a person." This really sums up the entire retreat. Regardless of race or class or gender or education, we are all people created to do something spectacular, created to love each other. And so again, I'm grateful to share that experience with you. God bless.